Hello and welcome to Channel Sport on Sunday. I'm Ken Ochonogo. Breathtaking. How do you say it? One man. Cruiserweight, they say he is not a natural heavyweight. And he takes on men who are bigger, mightier, taller, with far longer reach. At the end of the day, he triumphs. It is the story of Alexander Usyk, the Ukrainian, who is not that flashy, not very known in spite of his accomplishments. But when it mattered most, he took on the British Empire and brought them down. 350 amateur fight yards, winning 335 with just 15 losses. You can count them with your hands and your toes. You count them. He won the European amateur title. And I tell you this, he won it in the United Kingdom. He won the Olympic gold in 2012. He won it in London, in the UK. And then he became a scourge. Because for the cruiserweight title of the world, he took on Tony Bellew. And with his left hand, he sent him to sleep. Where is Derek Chisora? Chisora came. And he beat him. All that we thought was an obscure cruiserweight fighter, unknown. World champion, Olympic champion, European champion, cruiserweight champion, yet he was unknown. And then he was to fight Anthony Joshua. We were saying this is just what they call Shere. Joshua, go there and play. You are bigger, you are heavier. Then he dropped Joshua. Yes, he dropped him. First time we said it was a mistake. Joshua will not lose twice. Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz, came back and beat Andy Ruiz. And then Joshua came back to fight the second time. Of course, he did what he does. He retired him temporarily. Then the unbeaten Tyson Fury came. A man mountain, a longer reach, a man that has beaten who everybody has, beaten Wilder and the rest of them all, touted as the modern, super heavy that you can have. He beat him. Fury came again. He beat him again. Then Dana Dubois. Okay, if you have beaten the more accomplished, come on, I'm the new heavyweight. At 25 years of age, in 2023, he took on Alexander Usyk. And Usyk beat him. There was a controversy because in the 5th round of that encounter, Dubois dropped Usyk. But it was adjudged a low blow. And he got a 5 minutes timeout to recover. People said it was rigged. Dubois went on to win 3 other fights, including beating Anthony Joshua. I said, okay, now I am ready. It's time for my revenge. And yesterday night, we thought the 27-year-old, it's now time for you to exert your pound of flesh and take it from Usyk. He's 38. He's already going down the hill. You are the peak of your powers. And then after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he came with the right. Usyk went back. And by the time the jaw was coming back, the left was ready. It was lights out. The legs wobbled, and he went down. I tell you this. Usyk, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. For the second time. If I did it for the 3rd time, because I say in the 4-belt era, no man has done that. That is the story of the Ukrainian. That is the story who fight for his country's flag. That is the story of a man who says, yes, I don't know defeat. 24 professional fights he's fought. 24 professional fights he has won. Alexander Usyk is the champion of the world. The question is, who is next? Who can stop him? Before we look at WAFCON, before we look at the Euros, before we look at the transfers, because Liverpool is saying this is what I'm doing this year. They're saying 69 million they have just agreed this morning to add to whatever they've been doing. We'll tell you who. Barcelona says we can take care of your bills. Come on, we can revive your career. Come and join us. Newcastle say we did not use him against Celtic because we are trying to, kind of prevent him from getting distracted. This is the transfer season. It is the story of confirmed rumors and gossips. But at the end of the day, it is the story of here we go and done deals. Theophilus Agbanlo is in the house. We call him the Catalan. Theo, did you see? Okay, it's about the head. Theo says it is about the head. We'll come to you. Let me go to Theo first. Because for once we were afraid. 9 times champions and we're going to play Zambia. And Super Falcons were the underdogs. Underdogs? How is it possible? How is it possible? Out of 12 championships, the Super Falcons has 9. 9. We did not ask the demonstration events, the 2 demonstration events that preceded the main championship, which it could have been 11. But out of the 12, they have 9. Equatorial Guinea had 2, and Zambia had 1. In 54 nations, yet you disrespected them. I don't want to add myself, because when I saw those 2 people, when I saw those 2 ladies, when I saw Kunaranji, when I saw them, I said, here they are again. They were not there when they beat us last time. This time they are around. Theo, but let's start with Usyk.
Yeah. It's good to be back, Ken. I don't know. You asked the question, who can
stop him?
Who can stop him? And then the question he will be asking now is, who is next? Because it was more or less like, say the Yoruba band, that's what he did to Dubois.
Yeah.
Because he had to relinquish the title.
Yes, the IBF title.
The IBF title, and because he wasn't going to the contest, he wasn't going to defend it. He had bigger fish to fry. And he went.
Yeah, that was why he went to fight Tyson Fury.
And then he went on that spree and was beating everybody that came his way. And then the boy is saying, okay, let's do this now. Remember that when he went that punch below the belt. Yeah. I know some people were saying, oh, the moment I saw that, I said this was wrong. I needed to take time out, get himself and come back. And come back he did, because he dropped him in the 9th round.
Yes.
And after a while, he said, okay, you know what, it's time. Let's do this again. I'm ready to dance. Are you? And Usyk never want to turn down a fight. He got into the ring, and in the 5th round, we're having a conversation just before we came on, and I saw that move. I don't know. It was so quick. And like you always say, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. and when that left hook descended on him, like, yes, there was no way, he was coming back from that. And the next thing he does is drop down on his knees and he's thanking God. He's a man that fights. He's fighting for his country. Every single time he steps into the ring, the man seems to be like he's on a mission. And every single time he tends to accomplish said mission. 24 fights in his career, 24 wins, 15 knockdowns. I don't see anybody stopping him right now at the moment. And like was rightly put just before we came on air, I think there isn't a better rounded fighter right now than Usyk.
There is none. That is what you says. That is what the Ring magazine, everybody are saying, yes, at long last. Just like the way Evander Holyfield moved from the cruiserweights down to, to the heavyweights and dominated. You see those fighters who don't just rely on power, yeah, but who are boxers. When you fight 350 times in the ring,
amateur.
If it's even a minimum of 1 round,
yes, that
means you have been in the ring for 3 minutes and 350 in the ring on amateur. Amateur.
At 350, winning 335, losing 15 before he turned professional in 2013. They were asking me just now that have I ever fought competitively before? I said I didn't even fight. but he enjoys being in the ring. He enjoys putting men down, and you will hear him say, "I don't mind taking a pay cut if you want the higher." When he was fighting,
when he was fighting Tyson Fury,
Tyson
with
Fury,
all these shenanigans
and
that Fury
Tyson
was
Fury
saying,
always throw
he said, Fury, okay, I will agree to your terms, but don't say you are donating a certain amount to the Ukrainian fund for those person to take care of the misplaced and the displaced
because of the war
of the war victims.
And he doesn't mind. You want the money, take the money. Just come.
Yes.
I want to beat somebody.
The only extra money I want is for you to take care
of the people.
Of the people.
That need it.
And Fury went there and collected.
I wish Jimmy was here right now.
Jimmy's unavoidably absent. He has his personal little issue. He sent a message a few days ago. So when we open the lines, we're going to ask you, who is next? Just Google all the top heavyweights. I mean, of course, this is the third loss of Dubois. His only other loss, apart from 2 losses to Alexander Usyk, was one loss to Joe Joyce. Yeah. And he has won 22 fights. Only one went the distance. He has lost 3 fights. All times they were knocking him out. I don't know. The man has any problem with can't he run? Can't he dance? Nobody's tying you down. It's the ring.
No. Not everybody moves like Ali can.
Muhammad Ali said yes.
Not everybody moves like Ali. I know. Floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. You can't hit what you can't see. You can't hit what you can't see.
What would they say?
Well, not like Usyk. Usyk will bet you in. He say, come in, don't worry.
Usyk is a fighter. And his left, even if you go and do video and study 20 times, that's the thing. Now you can see that you get it.
Yes.
Now I want this fight sequence back again. I want this fight sequence so that you can say
exposed. You're exposed already.
That's the thing. That is because Dubois came with with his right.
He had intention.
And then he just stepped a foot back, waited for him to bring back that jaw, and then bam. Bam, Bigolo, bam.
We had Tunde Koiki when Usyk was going to take on Joshua then. When it seemed like Joshua had this in the bag. Yes. Joshua was clearly taller, bigger, heavier, stronger and everything. Yes. And Tunde said no. He said Usyk is going to take this fight. And he was so sure of himself. And then after that fight, I actually went back and I did my own digging. Yes. If you can fight 350 times, you need to love fighting. You love combat. You love violence. Like, look, this is clearly evident. And anybody that knows his onions, he was exposed here, and there was no way he was going to come back from that level.
When he swung this, he waited for him to come back.
And I love seeing these pictures. There's something that's timeless about this. So that you can just frame up and put to the outside.
Yeah, I remember when Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather fought. Okay, no, I think Canelo. Okay, and there is one. All right, not this. There is another. There is the one that when he came back, that is when he collected the left. When he took that left, it was hard. This is it. Watch this. He dodged him here. The next one, bam. This is what I'm talking about here. This is it. This is the damage. That was the punch that did the damage. Dana Dubois, young man, you still have a long way to go. He's just 27.
But some would have said the age difference would have helped Dubois in this fight.
The age difference, because like you said.
Because Usyk is 38.
Yes. Yeah, at 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, as a man, you are at the peak of your strength, 30. But by the time you now start going 32, 33, 34, 35, Muhammad Ali at 32. I remember when he fought, Ali was 32 when he fought George Foreman. Okay. And then Floyd Patterson was telling Muhammad Ali that you are an old man. He said, am I old? Floyd, am I old? When you fought in 52, were you old? You were not. You did it. You understand? So people thought it was the washed down Ali at 32. But we are seeing a 38-year-old
unstoppable Usyk. Unstoppable
Usyk. Okay, no problem. We say that is it. There's also the Nigerian, we have Big Tiger. we have young Dick Tiger. Some of you knows, Dick Tiger, when he fought and won that heavyweight title for Nigeria, when he fought Gene Fullman. You understand? You remember that some musicians used to sing then in those when we were growing up, and you say, Dick Tiger, and doing all that. It used to be Hogan Kid Bassi and Dick Tiger. Those were the people that put Nigerian boxing in the world map, put our names right there in the Commonwealth before we got our independence. And after independence, they were still fighting from both the featherweight and middleweight, and they did it for us. So, after Dick Tiger, there was young Dick Tiger, Charles Nwokolo, who now said, look, this is my uncle. I want to do the way he was. He represented at the Olympics. Was at the Los Angeles Olympics, turned pro, did so well as a pro. But now a third generation, his son, Emeka Nwokolo, he was here last year, 2 years ago?
I think about 2 years ago.
About 2 years ago, he was right here in the studio, and we had him. Just 2 days ago, in the USA, Emeka, he does what his father used to do, what he has been doing as a champion, and defended his title, the WBA, not American Championship. That is, he retains the WBA, NABA, the not American Boxing Association title.
I think it was the fight against Jire de los Santos,
yes,
Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican.
Defeating him, of course, retaining his...
yes, on unanimous decision.
Yes.
And that is his brother. That is his father, right there with the young Dick Tiger.
Okay. I follow him on social media. And every single time he's in the gym.
Yeah.
Every single time he's training. Every single time he's trying to dish out motivation.
Yeah.
For someone that boxing wasn't really what he wanted to do
when
in
he
the
came
first place. I said he wanted to be a footballer.
Yeah.
And then he moved down to the US. Football didn't work out for him.
The father has a gym.
Yeah, had a gym.
Yeah, he training boxers.
He tried his hands at acting, and then in Hollywood, and almost died in the car crash. And that was kind of like the epiphany for him that he had, that just made him say, you know what, let me try boxing during the pandemic.
Yeah.
He's 31 years old now, and he's doing really well as a boxer. And then
Usyk is 38, so he's still, if he keeps his body together, he can fight in the next 7 years.
Yes, of course he can. And then doing it the way he's doing it, and I think I'm proud of him.
We are proud of him. We were proud of your father. We're proud of your grand uncle. That is your father's uncle. And here you are continuing the family tradition. Now let's come into football because if we were ready, we still, I think Sisi Rai is in Morocco. She's in Casablanca. I don't know where she's going to join us, but we are waiting for her to tell us, give us the rundown. But all right, they say Cecilia is ready. I used to, both of you to exchange. I'll be somewhere, she'll be here. Hello, Sisi, how are you?
I'm fine. Good afternoon, Ken. Good afternoon, everyone in the studio.
we never see your face, so we never see you.
You can't see the face. Okay, I'm sure they will show it soon.
We want to see you in Casablanca. Well, we are getting ready to see Casablanca. But when we are getting ready to, there you are now. Sisi. Una say we disrespected Una. Say okay. You say we disrespected you guys. We don't have enough faith in you. If it were the Super Eagles, even when they get to third position, we celebrate them. You guys have won 9 just because last time you didn't win. We respected even the coach. We said the coach doesn't know what he's doing and whatever it is. Before we look at whatever, what was it like in the Super Falcons camp before and after the Zambian encounter?
I think the confidence have always been the same. The confidence they had, those that were watching from outside, they didn't understand what the girls were going through. You know what it means to actually, say no to the naysayers and just have that confidence that, yes, it's a Zambian team. Yes, we lost to them the last time in 2022 at the 3rd place match, but this is different. They just have that confidence in them. When no one believed in them, in themselves, they all believed in themselves, really. Because from the captain to the list of those that are making their debut in this tournament, that belief was always there because they told themselves that they were not just doing it for the country, they were doing it for themselves, especially those that doesn't know how it's what it takes to actually win a tournament like WAFCON. So they understood that what the previous stars have done, the likes of Pepe Chonkocha, the likes of Precious Dede, the likes of Messi Ekide, what they've done over the years, they wouldn't want to dent that record. 27 years, we've never crashed out so early. The list we've gotten is finishing 4th in a tournament. So it wasn't It wasn't a record they wanted to create. They didn't want to dent a perfect record. They wanted to continue and build on what these girls have done. That's what they had going into this game. And we saw what actually happened. I think the mistake the Zambians made were thinking that, I mean, they believed in the hype they had. Even Nigerian journalists hyped them so much that they felt, okay, we've arrived. But what they saw on the field of play was kind of different from what happened. I mean, the hunter became the hunted, which was, I mean, a perfect way to actually silence the naysayers who feel, no, the Falcons can't go nowhere, simply because they had a goalless game against Algeria. I mean, at the group stage, they scored 4 goals. They didn't concede any. I mean, that wasn't enough. They had 7 points. And then people were just saying, oh, they're no longer good enough. Some should even go and retire. Players are in a tournament. All they needed from home was that support system, but they were not getting that. Thanks to the fans in Morocco, like even when the game they played against Algeria, even as the numbers were, they were, from the beginning till the end of the game, they were on their feet cheering them to victory. And some journalists and content creators who came to Morocco also, they left the media stand and went to meet the few fans that were around, and that cheers was loud enough. And of course, the players enjoyed that. I think those things, putting it together, was also something that inspired them to that very, very, resounding victory against Zambia.
Okay, Zambia, magnificent 5-0. All of us didn't think about it too. I was afraid. So let me. I wasn't a naysayer, but I was afraid. Because see, when they beat us the other time, those twins, I'm sorry to tell you, those twins, those rampaging duo were not there. The reigning African Footballer of the Year. There is no way you are playing that you not take them into reckoning. But like I said, the Super Falcons started. They didn't gel that much. You know. You flew, no, not much that fluid passes, not kind of you are playing a team that is defending. It was aura, but against Zambia, I mean everything came touch notch. From the perspective of the coach himself, do you seem like a bit relieved after so much criticism of his team?
There was something he said at the press conference that despite the pressure, that he heard everything that people talk about. But he knew what he was doing. He has strategy. He has plans. And his strategy was to keep using players and keep doing different formation that works for the team. And he will continue using a strategy based on the opponent that is before him. The Zambians came out to play, and Super Falcons took advantage of that. If you check the game against Botswana and Algeria, it was all defensive style of play. And when you're facing a team that is so defensive, the only thing you think of, they're so defensive. I'm not going to concede a goal, and that was at the back of his mind. So for him, he says he cannot really, he feels the pressure that is coming from Nigerians, but he doesn't dwell on that because he has a plan, he has a strategy, he's got plan A. I mean, he's one of those coaches that I've seen that has plan A and plan B, and even a plan C. If you try plan A is not working, you try plan B, you go to plan C. When we saw the lineup, when the lineup came up, when they shared the lineup at the media, Tribune, I looked at it, and I was like, I wasn't the only one that was shocked. The ESPN Eddie that was sitting very close to me was like, "What's your coach cooking?" That was the word he used. He said he's trying to give us something that we're not sure of. And then someone else said, a guy who writes for the Athletic, he looked at it and said, "Why is it mentioned that Caesar start in a game like this that Barbara has said is going to be a great rivalry between them?" But I think that also threw them off, and the coach alluded to that they didn't expect what came out. I mean, your journalist has only had 20 minutes all through the tournament, and he was bold enough to start her on the attack. Then you have Esther Koronko and also Jennifer Chegini. He started them on the game. Yes, they started the game against Algeria. That was their first start. He started those girls. He had that belief in them. When you have a coach like that who believes so much in every player on the field, I think the first time I've watched, apart from Florence Omagbemi in 2016, it's the first time I've actually had, a coach who tried to use every player he brought into a tournament. Yes. That is what he has done. The only player that hasn't played happens to be the two goalkeepers. But every player that year
outfield player.
The reason why Chama hasn't played Okafor is because outfield player is because she's injured. We have to ask him, at the press conference before the game against Zambia. So he confirmed that she got injured, and the medicals told him that she would need to rest for 12 days. So they can't risk her for any of the game. So that's why she has not played. Now, for you to have a coach like that who believes in every player he has picked, justifying every player he has picked, it shows, we need to actually respect him, from, I mean, all
right. Okay, calm down.
If he had fallen, if he had allowed the pressure and the talks from outside gets to him, I'm sure he wouldn't have been bold enough to do what he did.
Exactly.
Because some coaches will crumble and try to want to listen to what people are saying. But he didn't. I mean, he has a plan and he followed that to the latter. Whatever happens against South Africa, I think we need to give him his flowers, really, for being bold enough to take a decision and stand by that.
Sisi, you're already playing advocate. Whatever happens, anything that want to happen now, you have to win it. There's Israelis and her girls. They are not telling me say whatever happens. We are giving him kudos for this, but we expect the title. This is Mission X. So anything short of that, I'm not saying you understand. Look, he has done well as managing the team. No doubt about that. The flowers today, we have ordered for the flowers, but we won't give it to him yet until it comes in. Now, you talk about, using all your players and then having confidence in them. The Desiree girls, the South Africans, the defending champions, they've scored 7 goals in this tournament. 7 goals all scored by 7 players. I mean, who you want hold? Of course, we saw our defender scoring against the Zambians, which means, I mean, if you are looking at the attackers, our defender can do it. But are you not afraid of the South Africans?
No, I don't think so. We always tend to underrate what the Super Falcons can come up with. If you check the South Africans, they struggled at the group stage. And they didn't have much criticism like we did. Drawing against Zambia, 1-1. Who could have thought that Tanzania, I mean, that game actually propelled them for their last group game, that they knew what they needed to do, and they went all out to do that. Yes, Ellie, she is a fantastic coach. I'm not surprised by that because South Africa is a team that we've seen the build-up to this tournament. They played Kosafa, they played countless friendlies, build up to this. So she knows her team. She's not experimenting in this tournament because she knows her players. But this is a tournament where we are experimenting, as I mentioned earlier, because if you check build up to this tournament, let's go back to how many games we played. We played Algeria twice, and that Algeria game we played, only 4 foreign-based players were there. 4, just 4. The others were NWFF players. Then after that, we played France. And after that, we took a long time, I think 4 or 5 months later, we played Cameroon. We were supposed to be over 2 legs, but just one happened. And after that, we played Portugal. Still, most of the stars were not there. I mean, against Portugal and Cameroon. And then we now played Ghana, which was a closed-door game that most of us didn't see because they wanted to prepare their tactics. That's all they played. So now, and you have players who have never played WAFCON before, not just players who have never played WAFCON before. He called them into this team. And those players that were named were not even there for the game against Cameroon. The last match I played for Nigeria was at the Olympics. So you've seen these, Alozie and the likes came in against France. Some of them even played against Cameroon. But they were not there against Portugal. The ones in the US, likes of Deborah and all of them, were not there in the game against Portugal. So that tells you that this tournament, that's where he's getting it right. For every game he's playing, he's perfecting the tactics. He's trying to get his first level, which he hasn't gotten yet. But then South Africa already had that, coming into the tournament. So I'm not surprised that you're having 7 players scoring. But for us, I mean, we also have multiple players, different players also scoring. Tosin Dimehin, of course, you mentioned her, a defender. Also, Nachiolali, I trust her when it comes to that. We saw what she did at the World Cup, and she's continuing with that, scoring that very, very early goal for Nigeria. These are 2 defenders that you mentioned earlier, they have scored. Esther Koronko, she has had 3. She's the highest assist. I think she has had 3 assists so far, and she's got a goal also. You also have Jennifer on the wings who can also come up and do something. Of course, Chiwendu in Wednesday, she has scored 3 goals for us in the tournament also. Assistance also has gotten 1 goal. So now we also having that. It may not be so much, but I mean, I've counted how many players have scored for us now, like 5 or 6.
Yeah, you can even add more. You can even add more. All right,
yeah, I know. Add more. Yeah,
you waxing, when it comes to Super Falcons, you will be waxing lyricals. There is no problem. All we want to do that, you have achieved more than us. we can't compare the Super Eagles to the Super Falcons. We know you've gone to all the World Cup. You won 9 out of 12. We agree. But then, before we let you go, we are looking at between now and the finals. Of course, we're playing South Africa. And then, were you also, briefly, were you also surprised that Ghana made the top 4?
You know, from the group they were in, if Ghana had not qualified from that group, they actually were in the group against South Africa. If Ghana had not qualified from that group, I'll know that their football has actually gone down. No, Ghanaians tend to rub shoulders with Nigerians when it comes to, you know, football, generally, both men or women. But yeah. I knew that they were going to beat Algeria because I've seen them play and I've seen what the coach has actually done, that they've been underrated for a long time. And this is a tournament they actually want to prove to everyone that, yes, that underdog tag that they've been having, they can actually come up with something. So if they could do that against Algeria, and also at the group stage coming and finishing fourth, they've considered just 2 goals in this tournament so far. So it tells you that they also have a very tight defense. So having that is also an advantage for them. But against Morocco, I'm not sure they stand a good chance because they are defending champions. They are the host, the host country. Nation. Yeah. And number 2, they're the host nation. Yeah, they are the host nation. And number 2, the only place fans go to watch games happens to be in Rabat, in the Olympic Stadium. Yeah. So that's where their fans will always be. So that 12th man will also help them, number 1. And 2, they have this team that works for them. Like they happen to be a team with a soul. Like they have a mission. They have that vision that it's time for us to do this. And their coach is another one. I mean, a World Cup winning coach. He won the last World Cup with Spain. So we saw how Spain progressed to winning the World Cup in Australia in 2023. So and now they picked that coach to come and coach a team that were already put together. 9 of their players plays in FUS Rabat. I mean, we saw what they did at the Women's Championship.
So they synergize. Yeah.
So the synergy is there, cohesion is there. I mean, they can close their eyes and you know that the player can close her eyes and know the next player to pass to. So that's how put together, how compact they are. When you have a compact team like that, and also they scored 10 goals in this tournament. So it tells you a lot. What they did against Zambia, that's when I knew that if there's any team that could win this game, from the very beginning, we had 3 favorites. It wasn't just about Super Falcons. We had Morocco, we had Zambia. These were the 3 favorites. Now,
you didn't put South Africa. There was no South Africa.
No, South Africa was not in the mix. No, because after watching the game, what Morocco did, what the Moroccans did against Zambia, one of the teams that were favorites for it, I knew that South Africa would not come close. So these are the games we watched so far. The Moroccans, their tenacity is something else that you want to have. Not so many teams have that. So they have that going for them. And then they have a coach that could change game. That coach alone, you have a World Cup winning coach. What much confidence do you have, going into a tournament? I think those things is working well for them. And of course, we'll talk about their preparation. They play so many games, build up to this tournament. So they know themselves. So that cohesion is there. And when you have so many players coming from one team, you're starting 11. What does that? It tells you a lot. And they're all based here in Morocco. So that local flair is already in them. So that it tells you what they can actually achieve, put together. I think the only team that can take out Morocco in this tournament, not because I'm a Nigerian, it's supposed to be the Super Bowl.
Okay, you said the only team that can.
To go all the way and change games because you don't know what they're going to come up with. They're so unpredictable, really. Super Falcons in this tournament have been so unpredictable.
Now, let me ask you, calm down now. Let me just ask you this. I know now your team, no problem. I know before we come back on this show on Sunday, the final would have been played on the a day before. Will it be a celebration Sunday for us next, by the time we return on this show? Will it be a celebration Sunday? Will we be celebrating?
Can we play the semi-final first? We haven't played the semi-final. And you're talking about who's celebrating that.
All right. Okay.
Let's have a smooth build-up. Have a smooth build-up. And then, I'll talk like the coach now. We are taking the game.
No. You're already talking like a coach. I mean, I can see him. In fact, you are seeing it from the bench, not even from the other side. I mean, you've spoken about the Moroccan, you've spoken about the Spanish, you've spoken about our ego. And then, I mean, at least this is great. Sisi, thank you so much. I hope we'll beat the South Africans and move on with I want the Super Falcons to be underrated, so that they can surprise us. Instead of us saying we are going to beat them and they go over there, at the end of the day, we start asking, let's go back to the drawing board. We're not going back to the drawing board. We want to go back to a celebration podium. That is where, I think that is where we have to be. Thank you so much, Sisi. I wish I can be there with you in Casablanca. Come
watch the final.
All right, thank you so much. I will come if possible. Expect me. All right, that is Sisi. That is the delectable Sisi. We call her the creamy one. We are going on a very short break. When we come back, the lines will be open. Who do you want your club to sign? Can Nigeria pick it? Or should Usyk resign? Make him drop the belt. It's Channel Sport on Sunday. Okay, you're welcome back. You had Sisi. She said the girls felt disrespected, and the coach and they all came together and said, "No worry." She be there say we no feed one, and they now love Zambia. There is one the TV series we don't watch then. Hawaii 5-0. Melo laughing Jeba, only 5 could do. So they gave it to them. The lines are open. You can join this show now. Let's hear you. Can the Super Falcons go, all the way to the finals and bring the title accomplished? That is, we think it's going to be a mission accomplished. The Mission X comes Saturday, the 26th of July, 2025. Is that what is going to happen? That's what I was saying. I said, I don't know if Theo was a couldn't even tell me again. I was saying, should he resign? How can he resign? Should he resign? Okay. We have the world champion on the line. Yes. Amen. Yes. Yes, the world champion. You are the world champion.
I'm not, I don't support that. You got to do it. I support that.
Where you are? Where you are? Okay. Go on.
Talk now. You talk now.
We have congratulated you now. You won. Your coach Enzo Maresca. You qualified for the Champions League.
You won the Federation Cup. Kwara United.
Kwara United won the Federation. In fact, everywhere you are just winning. For this season, Olafe, I will not attack you.
The one thing is that
yes.
The current governor is doing his best to give them the money instantly. I'm telling you.
Okay. The money the governor promised them. Have they not given them?
In fact, I really like Falcon. What they have done.
All right.
Really want that. What is the experience we have? Because it condemns the two matches. Everybody condemns the two matches. At this time around, that's it.
Okay, this is your team, oh. This is your team when they were your reception, oh. You understand? When you guys, these are your heroes. Hello.
Don't worry, I don't let me talk much.
Okay, don't worry. Thank you for calling in. Thank you. You can, you have to buga. You guys are the champions. What can I say? Kwara United won the Federation Cup. Chelsea were Champions League. Chelsea won the Conference League. Won the Champions. No, this that you get mad. What we say it, you get mad. So no problem. But want to see what they can do. Okay, they are not going to. Kwara United are playing in the CAF Confederation Cup because myself and the two were looking at. How much you guys won, how much the teams have qualified, because as we speak now, Pyramid has qualified. So if the people that qualified this time collected about $9.55 million, that one, Pyramid, I was saying by 2029, that is the minimum we are going to get.
Yes.
You understand? Because FIFA might up it.
Yes.
They will up it.
Definitely.
That is their way.
And right now, Cruz Azul of Mexico,
yes.
Al Ahly
of Saudi,
Pyramids of Africa, and of course PSG.
Al Hilal, is it?
No, Al Ahly.
Al Ahly of Saudi
has
qualified.
Yes, qualified.
Pyramid of Egypt has qualified.
Yes.
The Mexican side,
Cruz Azul
have qualified. Which is PSG has qualified. qualified.
Yeah.
So 4 teams have already qualified.
And then, according to the way FIFA did it this edition,
yes,
if they're going to retain it the same edition, whoever is hosting, automatically they will have a representative.
So 5 slots.
Let's say 5 slots already
so
gone.
27 to go. Remo Stars, he said
I was
something.
begging.
Yes,
and I was
you said
pleading.
something.
I really would hope that Remo Stars, by mistake, by accident, by chance, by preparation, whatever, please try and be at the club walk.
All right, let's go to Ikorodu. Somebody's coming from your hood. Oko, Kilo Day. Oko, are you still there? Because the way I had a pull, oh yeah, you are dropped. Please try and call back. So he's saying, look, Remo Stars job, please just win this thing for Nigeria.
Win it for us,
so that, I mean, this money can flow in. It's not easy. We want, I mean, so much millions that we are thinking about, not thousands, so millions.
Yeah, look at Auckland of South.
$1 million.
Yes,
million.
Auckland. That's the
Australian
team that sent their representatives.
Yes,
so they were semi-professionals.
Yes,
I remember the goalkeeper that shifted 10 goals against Bayern Munich saying, I think he's another part-time teacher or something, that he needed to take out time, all the paid leave, unpaid leave. He took everything to make sure he was at that tournament. He wanted to meet Manuel Neuer. And I discovered that I think the entire budget for that team, I think Hurricane salaries maybe like times 10 of it, you know.
And look at what they took back.
Look at what they took back home.
But I think the thing with them is that when the money that they won,
yes,
the federation says the monies belong to everybody.
Yes.
I think they are giving, I think, about 50. There's a percentage.
Okay.
A percentage will go to the league. A percentage will go to the other. They want to share it round. You can imagine that money will go over there and help them develop their football all round. There was no rancor. There is no hello. Okay, Maxi Okorafor. He's on the line. Hello, Maxi. How are you?
Good afternoon, Mr. Ken.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Go on, Mazi.
Okay, first of all, let us congratulate our athletes. They have done the needful.
Okay.
Right now, we are sure that Nigeria is sure of own that the players should do the needful at least and make sure and do by the course for us. Now, the needful too. If they want to take part in the entitlement, this is what become motivation. All those things they will give them, so that they will not say social reason will make them not bring back the Nigeria.
They will. Two more games to go.
Look at that.
Yeah.
The FGN there to get market time. That will market and saw this sponsors so that people should transfer a player will not complain. Anything that they can get. The state government who are taking care of all these clubs, they should keep their money. That's why the commissioner for sports all these things.
Okora, for the state government giving, I understand you in this issue. Professional football is supposed to be the cash cow. This club are supposed to run the club profitably in such a way that check out leagues. Apart from the top 5 leagues or so. When you look at the Dutch league, when you look at Ajax, they are selling teams. Go and look at Brighton. Look at how much they have sold. Go and check Ajax, how much they have sold players. Go and check Dortmund, how much they have sold. Go and check go and check. So you can't keep on depending on the state government to put taxpayers' money to run clubs. Why can't this club be run profitably?
To give them out for food to take care of it.
They don't want to give them out. So are they stopping the management of the teams from running their clubs? I think Rangers I've been seeing Rangers getting endorsement, getting people coming in, and the rest of them all. I mean, the era of the state. Look at Remo Stars, privately owned. Mazi, continue. Don't worry, continue. Are you still there?
Well, we see in the state government, they will tell you that the main principal of all these clubs. In a sense that they make principal of these clubs, but they are not doing the little. Leave the club open so that this person can come from anywhere.
It's
now,
okay.
Now, when they have, nobody cares about them. When they talk them, those nothing. Nobody cares about them. That is
All
the
right.
problem.
No
problem. Want to go to that
yeah.
Let them take the private.
Okay. All right, Mazi, thank you so much. Yeah. All right. We appreciate you. Appreciate your call. There are so many models in how football is run. You know, there are clubs like Real Madrid. They say, look, we can market these players. So put any budget. When they bidded for Cristiano Ronaldo then, and they said they want to pay 80 million. Alex Ferguson said 80 million. Ronaldo, you can go. But 2 to 3 years later, he said he regretted allowing them to pay that 80 million. Because what if United has kept him? They would have made that much money from him. Definitely. You know, when Real Madrid buys you, they package you. The unveiling alone. Look at what Lamine Yamal, just resigning a contract, getting the number 10 jersey. Go and check how much jersey that Barcelona has sold. There are so many outlets. There are so many ways. We cannot compare with the Barcelonas and Real Madrid and Manchester United, yeah. But there should be a model. I think most of the profitable clubs in Nigeria are those that in NNL. Who says, look, we want to groom these players and send them out and collect our $50,000, collect our $10,000 and collect that. That is a model. But for the big side, we want to see how much that is coming in. Every account has revenue and expenditure. It's not just the lion was ill and all the animals, only the leg are going in, no leg is coming out. We need to look at this. We're not blaming anybody here, but we need to change our orientation and get it and say, this is where we are. Define where you are.
There's a reason why Crystal Palace had not won a title in about 70 years.
Yes.
There's a reason why Newcastle had not won a title in God knows how many years. There was a reason why Manchester City had not won for a long time. Yeah. They were not playing on the same level that the big boys were playing on.
Yes.
The moment some owners came in and dropped some stupendous amount of money in the club, we saw the way Manchester City picked up. We saw what happened with Newcastle as well, going to play in the UEFA Champions League. So it's still a function of how the model that you have, how the club is run, and what you intend to achieve.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Aro. How are you? Yeah.
Hello, sir.
How are you going?
I mean, well, I'm speaking in front of Nwokolo, the daughter.
Okay.
Said consecutive winning. On behalf of him, but celebrating him in Benin.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, yeah, he grew. Yeah, he said he grew up
in Benin, yes.
He told us so.
He grew up in Benin.
He grew up in Benin. So
okay.
Celebrating him. Positive winning that they have gone so far. So, congratulations to Nigeria.
Yeah.
To Africa. So, we are waiting Africa to challenge him. We are waiting Africa to challenge him on that match that we cannot have selected a continental bet, Asian bet, America bet. So we want to collect Africa bet.
You want to collect the Africa? That will be good. That will be good. That will be good. The ABU title is there. The Commonwealth title is there. He can come to Africa because that's giving him a better ranking to go and fight for a world title fight when he's ranked by the ABU. Oh, that is good. That is good. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ao. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. We congratulate him. Like you said, there was a time that Nigerian boxers were all fighting the Commonwealth. Some African fighters, fighters like John the Beast Mugabe of Uganda, Azuma Zunzum Nelson of Ghana, a lot of them were fighting in the ABU. So why our own boxers were finding it difficult to be ranked in the world? All those other boxers were going through. We thought the Commonwealth is bigger. But when you now, the Commonwealth is a conditions under who were ruled by the by Britain. So that is just like these are a group. But a continental champion is the ABU. You say you are a continental champion, not American champion, European champion. It gives you that particular route to go straight to be ranked by the WBA and WBC before the IBF came. And now when the then it used to be those two sanctioning bodies that are doing it. So basically, if Emeka comes down to fight for the ABU title, I tell you this, and he wins that title, and And the super welterweight division he is, I tell
there.
you this, it pushes him up there. And then the next we're talking about, you know, a world ranking. But then let's, we're talking about signings. A certain intriguing signing that we are saying, today we are saying Hugo, again, that Liverpool has submitted 69 million to add him to, you know, I mean, this guy's mean business.
Yes,
we saw Chelsea sign players before they even reached
before they played
Stamford Bridge. They have won world title. And then, you know, but with all this, I mean, look at the signing. Okay, we are going to reverse it. Adegoke is there reaching us. Hello, Adegoke. Goke, how are you?
Hello, I'm good.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Goke.
Yeah. Okay, I just stumbled on this channel. I don't know that it's normally a very beautiful program.
Oh my God! Every Sunday, 12:30 to 1:30. Don't miss it. We are number one. Thank you.
So good.
Thank you so much.
So what I want to
go on. Hello,
Usyk, actually, in boxing, Usyk is my hero. It's my good. Doesn't matter what everybody says. I'm my own. Usyk is my good. So we say what Usyk has done. He has everybody. And not anybody that can come again. So what? So honorably, I retire at this stage. Because I don't know the experience of my own hero. That's the only thing. During the 6 last of his career, we saw what he did. They were people start beating him now. This one, compared to Leonard Lewis, of
course, retired undisputed. Yeah.
So what I will develop nothing for him to profit. Nothing. So that's just my submission.
All right, thank you so much, Goke. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, the only that the law of the dollar. Somebody will just call and say, "Look, Usyk, we are going to give you come to the Mecca of boxing now. Come to Saudi Arabia." Because yeah, he fought his 2 fights against Joshua in Saudi Arabia. He fought one against Tyson Fury in Saudi Arabia. He fought the other ones in London, and the other of them all. So basically, once they show you the money, you come out of retirement. There are some all right, UEFA women. Yeah. We've seen we're talking about the Super Falcons going for Mission X. The German team has won 8 times. Yes. But yesterday, that game, 13th minute, a red card. Yes. 15th minute, a goal down. They equalized. You know, by 25th minute, 10 women from the 13th minute
to the end of extra time.
Plays extra time.
Ken, see, I don't know about other people, but this has been really, really interesting for me. Also, I'll talk about the stadiums, the way the stadiums have been filled up.
Capacity,
to watch the women play. Super impressive. And last but not the least, yes, we have some big names here. But I remember the game between, was it England and Sweden? Yes. The Sweden goalkeeper said about 4 or 5 penalties in the shootout. I don't think enough respect is put on these goalkeepers' names, you know, because I've seen some saves. They're telling
the German goalkeeper yesterday. It was supposed to be an own goal, but the captain, and
the way she stretched and took that ball out of.
Oh my God! I mean,
I was working when I was watching that game. In that moment, I paused. Like the way she contoured her body.
I think that moment saved that. Yes, that moment that saved them because it have considered that
in that moment
own goal.
Oh my goodness! It was super impressive. Another thing we not talked about, Ken. I think we're headed there, but I cannot leave here without talking about it. Say it. Marcus Rashford.
Okay, Marcus Rashford on his way to Barcelona.
I'll end with this. Moving from...
Okay, let's just look at the WAFCON semi-final fixtures so that you take it.
Fantastic.
Let's say Nigeria takes on South Africa. Yes. Let's say and then Morocco takes on Ghana. Yes. Morocco, Ghana. And this match will take place on Tuesday. Nigeria will be 5 p.m. Local time here.
Ken, so the finals is Nigeria, Morocco.
Okay, that is what we are. Okay, I hope so.
Nigeria,
the 14th,
Morocco.
Nigeria,
but we should
Morocco,
brace up for
South
very
Africa,
interesting
and
games.
Ghana. These are the final 4 teams, final 4 ladies standing. Semi-final Nigeria versus Morocco, Morocco versus Ghana. Yeah. And that will be 8. That will be I think 8 p.m. on Tuesday. While Nigeria will be the first semi-final taking up the defending champions South Africa. It has been tough putting on South Africa. Yes. They came there to Lagos to beat us, but this time The girl
Sisi
said,
has said it.
Mission X.
Don't disrespect
I know
her.
fear, not disrespect. I don't fact. I just give now. All right. As we close, Marcus Rashford. You
Yes.
close.
Moving from the team that finished 15th or 16th in the Premier League
to the team that won the
domestic treble.
Yes.
That's like the biggest upgrade in this transfer window, Ken.
Okay, the greatest upgrade in transfer window. May you also. Where my Bayern first?
I'm holding my own pen too.
As we go home, may you also have the biggest upgrade in your life. I'm Ken Ochonogo. God bless Nigeria.